What is electricity? Well, electricity is just the flow of electrons in a conductor. What are electrons? They're tiny, negatively charged particles that orbit around atoms. When a conductor is given a voltage, electrons flow from the negative end of the battery to the positive end. Each electron takes the next one's place and throws that electron forward into the next atom. This cycle continues till it reaches the positive end of the battery. So if electricity is so simple, what are the terms voltage, current, resistance, power, and energy? Well, let's use an analogy of water to understand what voltage, current, and resistance are. Imagine a glass of water and another glass, which are connected so water flows between them. Now what happens when the height of one glass is raised above the other? Obviously, water will flow from the higher one to the lower one. So this height causes the flow of water. Now what happens if this pipe gets thicker? More water will go down the pipe and the flow will increase. We know that the water flow increases as the height increases and as the thickness increases. Now just like ocean currents are the flow of water, electrical currents are the flow of electric charge, and this is generally denoted by I. So we get I equals HT by ignoring any ratio constants. But if you think of thinness instead of thickness, the current will be inversely proportional to the thinness, since the thin pipe will slow down the flow of water or resist the flow. Now this height between the glasses can be compared to the voltage between them. The current can be compared to the flow of water, and the thinness of the pipe, or what obstructs the water, can be called resistance. This gives you the famous formula V equals IR, which is Ohm's law. Ohm's law is just the relation between the current flowing through the pipe, the height difference of the ends of the pipe, and the thickness of the pipe. In electric terms, the current is equal to the voltage divided by the resistance. So, when they say a battery is 1.5 volts, all they mean is that the positive side is at a potential of 1.5 more than the negative side. The resistance of a material is how much it stops or opposes the flow of electrons. When the resistance is low, more electrons move through it, but when the resistance is high, few electrons move through it. Materials with high resistance are generally called resistors, and materials with low resistance are generally called conductors. Moving electrons have some energy, so when the resistance slows down these electrons, the energy of the electron gets transferred to the resistor, generally in the form of heat or light. So this is how electric energy is converted into heat energy or light energy. When certain types of conductors, like copper, are made into loops, the electric energy is converted into magnetic energy. And since magnets exert forces on each other, this is how we turn electricity into motion, or electric energy into mechanical energy. The amount of energy transferred in 1 second is called power. In other words, power is energy per unit of time. The power delivered by an electric current is the product of the current and the voltage. Now since power is energy per unit time, energy is the product of voltage, current, and the time that the current is going. The unit of voltage is volt, the unit of current is ampere, and the unit of resistance is ohm. So the current is 1 ampere when 1 volt is given across a resistance of 1 ohm. The power is said to be 1 watt when a voltage of 1 volt causes a current of 1 ampere. The unit of energy is joule. The power is said to be 1 watt when 1 joule is dissipated in 1 second. I hope this gave you a clearer picture of electricity. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.